I blew out the last candle, watched a ribbon of smoke rise, and felt the house exhale with me. Chapter 6. The calls begin. Morning came with the faint clink of dishes and the low murmur of voices moving softly through the lodge. The fire had settled to a bed of coals, and a pale light slid through the glass like a new sheet being pulled over the mountains. I was pouring coffee when my phone began to buzz against the counter. The name on the screen made my stomach tighten. Judy. I let it ring once more, then answered and pressed speaker. Grandma Evelyn sat at the kitchen table in her sweater hands around a mug. Aaron stood by the sink rinsing plates. Aunt Leah drifted in the doorway with a dish towel and did not pretend not to listen. "Hi, Mom," I said. Her voice came bright and careful. "Hi, honey. How are you this morning? Did you have a nice day yesterday?" "We did," I said. "That is good," she replied, the words stacking up quickly as if she had practiced them. "Your father and I wanted to touch base. We heard you had some people over. We were keeping Thanksgiving simple this year. We knew you are always so busy and we did not want to pressure anyone. You understand." I stared at the window. A blue jay hopped along the railing and tilted its head at its own reflection. "You thought I was too busy," I said slowly. "So you planned a small Thanksgiving and invited only Mitch and his family." There was a pause. Then she laughed in a way that made my shoulders rise. "It was not like that. You know how it is. Mitch has the kids. The table fits a certain number. We were aiming for cozy." Grandma lifted her eyes to mine over the rim of her mug and set it down. Aaron kept his back to us, but I saw his grip tighten on the sponge. I kept my voice even. Grandma and half the cousins were not invited either. Cozy is doing a lot of work in that sentence. "Danielle, my mother said you always take things so personally. We were trying to make it easy. You travel, you work. We thought we were giving you a break." I opened my mouth to answer, but Evelyn stood before the words formed. She did not raise her voice. She did not need to. "Judy," she said, clear as a bell stop, pretending this was kindness. There was a soft click in the silence, the sound of my mother drawing breath through her teeth. "You left your own mother off the list," Evelyn continued. "You left your nephews and your nieces. You left the people who have held this family together when it shook. And do not feed my granddaughter a story about her work, as if it is an inconvenience you courteously removed. You have been removing her since she was a girl. I am not blind." "Mother," my mother said, then faltered. "We were trying to keep it manageable." Mitch offered to help with the food. It made sense. Want the whole 60-minute story? Watch it now on our channel Revenge Hub. Thank you.